We'll begin in a seated position. Really, a short time will end here. We'll start here, but we'll end up going to the floor to do some breath work. So the seated position, I'll just review that a little bit before we go to the floor. Sit up on the edge of a blanket or a chair because you want to put your pelvis tilting forward so that you have a healthy curve in the lower back. Let's just bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra to begin our practice officially. And press the hands together, feeling the shoulders drop away from the ears. Inhale deeply. Exhale. And then as you inhale, this time, take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, think of the sound of Om as you exhale. Beautiful. Release the hands and we'll come right away to the floor on our back, recline position, and take the soles of the feet to the floor, bend the knees. This will be very relaxed. Come down on the floor, cushion the head if you'd like, and take your soles of the feet to the floor, feet are hip width apart. And take your hands and cross them over your rib cage so you feel your hands on the side of your rib cage. So from this position, we'll come into conscious breath. So I encourage you to close the eyes. Cut out the distractions around you. If you hear sounds, simply absorb them into your meditation state. And then begin to notice your breath as you give yourself that gentle hug. Notice your breath. The natural inhale, the pause after the inhale, and then the exhale. Inhale. Notice that pause, the crest of the breath wave, and then exhale. Notice when you inhale, the rib cage expansion. When you inhale and fill the belly, the diaphragm descends, and exhale. Continue a calm path of breath, bringing you into this practice today. When you breathe in through your nose, notice if you hear the sound of your breath in your ears as the breath comes in. And then exhale through the mouth. That sound of your breath, sounding like the ocean waves, should be very soothing. And on your next inhale, fill the belly, but then also fill the rib cage to the sides into your hands. And then all the way up to your chest. Pause and then exhale. Inhale, fill the belly, then the sides of the rib cage out to the hands, all the way up to the collarbones. And exhale. The basics of our yoga, our breath, guiding us through movement. Always there. We're just bringing ourselves into more awareness of it to support a gentle flow that is good for every part of the body. And now you can drop your hands to your sides, noticing that your sacrum is on the mat and that your lower back is in a nice curve. This rib cage is touching the mat, so you feel even those bottom ribs. touching the mat, and the shoulders are melted towards the earth. Undo that stressful hunch that you might have, whether you're awake or sleeping. Our shoulders can roll forward, so roll them back to the earth. And then take your thumbs behind your skull. So bring your hands up towards your ears and take the thumbs to the bottom of the skull, to the occiput. And you'll just make small circles in an outward direction on the pressure points at the bottom of the skull. Inhaling and exhaling while you do this, and then you're going to go inward with those circles, communicating to the nervous system, calm. And then slide the thumbs towards your ears along the mastoid, and then grab the edges of your ears. So we're doing a little acupressure here. Pinch the edges of your ears. And then gently pull your ears out to the side. If your jaw was tight before this, then maybe it will loosen a little bit. See if you can move it side to side. And then take the two middle fingers to your third eye, which is between your eyebrows. And then swipe along your eyebrows towards your temples. When you get to the temples, you're going to make circles towards the back of your head. More pressure points here. Slow the circle down and reverse the direction. Excellent. Now we'll take the arms down to the sides of the body. Take the feet out, hip width apart, a little bit wider than your hips, and the knees will come together. Now we'll take the entire spine and squeeze it out, starting with taking your right knee and drawing it down the left shin towards the left foot. And then slide that knee back up along the shin up to the left knee. Pause there. Inhale, exhale, take your left knee and trace your shin down towards the right knee. And then trace it back up along the shin. And repeat. Right knee slides down towards the left foot. And back up, left knee slides down towards right foot. And this is all in guidance with a nice smooth breath. And now we'll take the thumbs to the elbow creases. And you're going to slide your elbows side to side in the opposite direction of your legs. At this point, you'll feel the lower spine and the mid spine is twisting, wringing out some stiff points in the spine. Now take your head and roll it side to side, right and left. And as you do this, it's going to be in the direction of your legs. And if you're wanting to involve your eyes, you can watch your arms go back and forth with your eyes, and your head is in line with the legs. This is crazy legs. A full body wake up here. And then drop the hands, slow the legs down, knees together. And bring the soles of the feet closer in towards the body, and then roll over onto your right side, and we'll take a twist. I'm going to cushion my head here. Again, a nice
flushing out of some of the stiff points in our spine. Take the palms together and we'll do our open book. So we're going to go back and forth with this action. Let's take the thighs 90 degrees to the body, shin 90 degrees to the thighs, and make sure your sacrum, take your left hand on your sacrum, just make sure that your sacrum is perpendicular to the floor. And then take the palms together. Inhale, trace your inner right arm with your left fingertips, left elbow towards the sky, hold the heart. Inhale into the heart space, exhale. And then keeping your pelvis steady, let's use the rib cage to turn towards your left first. And then your shoulders, and then you can drop the elbow to the floor, unfurl your left hand, and then your neck turns towards the left. Let's grab a cloud right away with that left hand and then come back to closing the book. And we can keep opening and closing this pose. So take the right hand to the heart, left elbow forward, left hand to the heart, left elbow forward, open up to the left, and then close again. Just making this really nice and flowing with your breath. And one more repetition of that, and then the palms come together. Take an imaginary piece of chalk on with your left fingers here, and then we're going to draw that rainbow above the head. Again, the twist coming from the rib cage, shoulders, neck and head are last as you watch that rainbow over your head. If you have any shoulder issues, just don't make the full rainbow, but keep that contact with the earth as you open up. This will open up your lungs for more full breath, allowing access to your accessory muscles for the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Drawing a lovely arc above the head. And then draw that to a close. When you bring your palms together, take your left hand and reach it out beyond your right hand. So you protract your shoulder towards, you'll feel that shoulder drop, and then slide that back in place. Use your hands, and we're going to come up to the to help you to the other side. You'll see me switch over. It's just so that you can see me better. We're going to roll over onto the left side, and then line up your thighs and your shins and your sacrum. Take the right hand to the sacrum and check that it's aligned well with the earth. Take the palms together, and then we'll slide along the left arm with the right fingertips, hand to the heart. Inhale here, exhale, connection with that heart. And then we're going to turn the rib cage over to the right, shoulders over to the right, unfurl your arm, right hand reaches out to the right. Inhale, exhale, and then close that up, that page of the book or the pages of the book with your right hand, palms together, and do this again. So bring the elbow high, unfurl yourself to the right, and then close it back up. Feeding this movement with the breath. Make this a moving meditation. One more time. Bringing that book to a close. Now you want to grab the chalk with your right fingertips and then draw the rainbow above your head. And all the way to the right, if that's available for you, or if not, you can just stop whatever is your limit and then come back to your palms together. And drawing that rainbow, all the colors. We had Pride Week last week, so
not a lot of parties, but we can draw some rainbows. What the heck? And then bring the palms together. When you have the palms together this time, reach the right hand out beyond the left, feeling that shoulder reach out and then pull it back into place. So we know that that position, that rooted position of the shoulder. And now transition to seated, using your hands to help you up. Come to that comfy seated position, and I'm going to give an adaptation for some folks who might have knee issues. Sometimes I have knee issues with staying in this cross-legged pose for too long. So I encourage you can just put your legs out in front of you with a cushion under your knees, like a pillow under your knees. You can sit like this. Yeah, there we go, thanks. So so you're comfortable here doing all of our neck work or the shoulders and such. If that's comfortable for you, you can also kneel. So I know that can be a tough position to keep for a while. If you need to sit on your side, that's okay, but it destabilizes the pelvis a little more than just sitting forward. And you can also just move your feet into cobbler's pose like this and keep your knees out wide. Another tip is if you're inch cross-legged and you're not comfortable with your knees won't drop, you can also put a pillow or a block under your knees. So I'll do that just to show you. Thank you for the pillows. So, and of course, sitting up even higher, not just on a blanket, but on a block, that can also help the knees drop. So on that note, let's come to that comfortable seated position, reaching the crown of the head high, inhaling through the sits bones, sensing that energy holding you to the earth, exhaling, growing through the crown of the head. Take the hands beside you on the mat, press the fingertips into the mat. Inhale, exhale, and we'll take a right turn with the chin towards the right shoulder. Inhale through center, exhale, take a left turn with the with the chin towards the left shoulder. So we're going along a familiar path, just carving out some new space that might be available for the neck. Take a right turn again. And this time, press through your left fingertips with intention, and then dip your chin towards the right shoulder. Bring the chin up to the horizon line, come through center. Again, let's see, take a left turn, see if we can carve out some more space there. And then dip the chin towards the left shoulder, pressing through the right fingertips. And none of this is force, you're simply exploring and finding maybe a little tiny millimeter of room in your muscles, pathways. Inhale the chin up, come to center. Exhale, look down towards the heart. You'll notice sensation in the back of the neck, dropping the chin. Inhale, exhale, allow further release. And then gently lift the chin up. Look up towards the sky. So we're feeling a nice, gentle back bend. Thus, think of the heart having two eyes and then looking up along with your eyes. You'll feel that in the mid-spine. And then bring the gaze forward. Let's root those fingertips again to the right and the left, and we're going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder. This is a softening. Inhale, maybe your left ear lifts towards the sky, and then notice the muscles on the left side engage, and then release with your exhale. Take your right hand, help that head back up to vertical, so you don't have to strain any muscles. Inhale again, exhale, let's go to the left. Left ear towards left shoulder. And then inhale your right ear towards the sky energetically. You'll feel a press through the right fingertips, engaging those muscles, and then exhale, release. Take your left hand to your ear, left ear, and help your head up. So this is the inhale, expansion, and exhale, release. So any pose that we do, you're going to be using that guidance of the breath to create that room, expansion, and then the release, the further release of muscles. Let's bring the arms out to a T. Fix the little lock there. Bring the arms out to a T. So the shoulders, bring them all the way up to your ears. Let's make them super tense. And then drop the shoulders away from the ears. And reach out through the fingertips. And notice that difference. And let's keep them dropped like that. Let's turn the palms towards the ceiling, thumbs behind you. So they're almost going upside down, pinkies up. You'll feel the rotation in the shoulders. Should feel yummy. Back and forth. Now gaze over your right fingertips. Press that hand into an imaginary wall, the palm vertical, so pressing. And then gaze over the left fingertips, which remain pointing outward. Proud warrior arms here, giving us a nerve wake up and a nerve gloss, so we're kind of massaging that. Take the right hand behind you slightly, like as an imaginary wall there, sliding along it, and then bring it forward. Hands to a T, look forward again, reaching out, and then look over the left fingertips, press against an imaginary wall with that left hand. All the sinews and fibers of the muscles will wake up there, and then you turn over your left fingertips, pressing through the left hand, and then maybe sliding the left hand back against an imaginary wall. Slide it forward, arms to a T, and then we'll reach up with the palms and then reach all the way up to the sky. And what we're going to do is we'll cross the hands, the arms like so, like in front of each other, and the palms will be together. So it looks like this. I'm trying to show you in the camera, but it's okay. I think I can show you. So reach up like that with the palms pressing into each other. And then we'll lean over towards the right. And then the left. Thank you. And then we'll switch the cross of the hands, lean over to the right, rooting through the left side, and then leaning over to the left, rooting through the right side. Reach up tall, feel the side bodies grow long. Switch the hands so the palms are together. Slide the palms down in that prayer position, hovering above your head about an inch or so. And now grow an inch taller towards those hands, feeling the space between each vertebrae. Excellent. And now bring your hands out in front of you. Goalpost hands, cactus, reaching through each fingertips, which have energy through each one, radiating out. And now we're actually going to go into eagle arms. So we did eagle the other day, standing. We're going to do this arm. So right under left, press the backs of the hands together, or wrap your right hand around the left and press the palms together. So this is in front of your face. Those shoulders should drop away from the ears. And then you want to slide your elbows forward and slide your elbows back, forward and back, forward and back. We're gliding along the shoulder blades. Yes. And then we're going to take we're sliding our elbows right. Inhale, Exhale, slide the shoulders, slide the elbows to the left, towards the left shoulder. And then you're gently going to look up towards the ceiling. So you'll feel this in the, not the lower back, but the mid and upper back. And then you're going to arch forward. You'll feel the spine arch behind you like a cat. And then your elbows will go towards the belly button. And then come on back up. Release the hands. And then left goes under right. Again, press backs of the hands together or the palms together. Slide the elbows forward and slide them back. Keeping the fingertips vertical. And then we'll take a left turn with the elbows towards the left shoulder. And then a right turn with the elbows. Not a turn as much as a slide. Let's slide again just to make sure I get that right for you. Slide to the left and slide to the right. And then let's look up, press the hands together, looking up towards the ceiling, allowing this arch to come from the mid and upper back. No strain in the neck. And then arch forward, trying to bring the elbows down to the belly button. Come on back up. Release the hands. We'll take a nice long side stretch here by special request from my techie. Take your fingertips beside you, crawl the fingers out to the right and your elbow. If you have a block, that's fine. You can put it under your forearm or just hold on with the hand. Press your thumb and index finger into your right hip. Just feel that grounding as you stretch over nice and long to the right. And we're doing that same action with the ear towards the shoulder as we were with the neck stretch, softening. And then we take the left hand and reach towards the sky. And then the palm faces towards the back of the room. Maybe you look up that palm, maybe not, that's fine. Then reach on over with the left fingertips all the way towards your left. So reaching out, really expanding the left side body. And then sweep that hand back up towards the sky, press through the left hand, and come on back up, and we'll go to the other side. So left hand comes down. Take the fingertips, crawl them towards the left. Take the index finger and the thumb on the right side, press into the hip, and drop to your left. Again, don't force this dropping. If you want to stop here, if you want to put something under your forearm, you can do that as well. And let's bring the right hand to the sky. If you have the availability to look up at that hand, you can do that or not. And then take the palm facing towards the back of the room as you rotate the shoulder and then lean over towards your right. Rooting the entire time through the right sits bones. Did I say right? Boy, goodness, today my right and left. To your left. Rooting through the right sit bones. At least I caught myself. And then let's bring the hand towards the sky, right hand. Okay, nice long side stretch. Good suggestion. So now we're going to come to all fours. Please cushion your knees with the blanket. There you go. And we're going to come to the familiar all fours. And I know you know that's the knees below the hips. The wrist below the elbows, the wrist below the shoulders, goodness. Okay, come into a nice neutral spine. Inhale into the back body. Feel your awareness of the spine as you inhale. all the way to the tailbone, and exhale, using the abdominals to press the air out. Next time you inhale, tuck the tailbone under towards the sky, and then visit each vertebrae in your mind's eye. If you'd like to close your eyes, that can help you connect inwardly towards the spine as you arch it up towards the ceiling. Each vertebra at a time, and dropping the head with the last to go down. Open the eyes, you'll see your knees. Now lift the tailbone, keep looking at your knees, but you'll feel the tailbone lift and the spine will arch towards the floor. But you want to keep looking at your knees until you feel that rolling up of the upper spine towards your head, and then lift your head. Great. Inhale, tuck the tailbone again. We're coming up into cat. So make this very conscious movement, intentional, especially with regards to the spine. Look at your knees, and the tailbone raises up, ironing out the spine, and then lift the head at the very last minute. And one more time on your own pace. Cat, cow. So good to squeeze out the spine again. Come back to neutral, and then we'll take our side stretch. So we'll take the right ear towards the right hip and the right hip towards the right ear. So we're going on the sideways plane, feeling the left side stretch, and then come back to neutral and switch over your left ear towards your left hip, and your left hip reaching towards your left ear. Long, and repeat this back and forth, like wagging a tail. Come back to neutral, take toes together, knees wide apart if that's comfortable for you. Slide your hips back to your heels and bring the forehead to the mat, reaching the arms out in front of you. So you're reaching long. Again, getting those side bodies really long. Inhale, the length of the spine, and exhale, squeeze that air out. Open the palms to the sky, and you'll feel a difference in your shoulder blades. You'll inwardly rotate your arms, and that can be very therapeutic for your shoulders and your neck. Spend a few breaths here. Awareness of yourself on the mat, of your body in its position, shape, in space. Bring the palms back down to the earth, and we'll walk the fingertips over to the right. And again, stretching out that side body, making ourselves longer today, stretching through the fingertips. If you can, take your left hand over your right hand, increasing the stretch, press into the earth, and then make sure that your pelvis is stable here. It's not lifting up or trying to join your hands. Walk back to center with your hands. And then we'll take this over to the left. So walk the fingertips over to the left. Feel the right side body stretch. Forehead comes down to the mat. I'm simply not bringing my forehead down so you guys can hear me. I don't want to be muffled. Take your right hand over your left if you can. Stabilize your pelvis. Inhale, exhale, walk the fingertips back to center. And now that familiar cat pose, you're going to use that cat pose to come up towards a knee plank. We'll do a knee plank. So we're going to tuck that tailbone, roll up the spine, and then lift the torso. You may have to adjust your hands to be a little more further in front of you. You may also have to adjust your knees to be a little bit further behind you. And then bring the hips forward. We're going to stabilize here in our knee plank. This is a core workout. What you want to do is take your hands, press them into the mat, squeeze an imaginary newspapers under your armpits. Feel those shoulder blades engage. Reach the tailbone towards the heels. Squeeze the glutes about 25% of their extreme tension, and then push back into child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, let's transition again towards that plank. So we're making this a rolling experience, like a crest of a wave. Coming into that nice solid plank, lifting the hips so you're not caving in, but keeping yourself like a plank. Inhale, exhale, push back towards child's pose. And when you land down with your third eye to the mat, you're gonna tuck the tailbone and come up through scared cat to the plank. Again, another moving meditation today. Back and up and down, so you can guide this movement with the rhythm of your own breath. Back and forth, make this as fluid as you can. Come down to child's pose momentarily. Inhale. Exhale, come back up to all fours to a nice stable neutral spine. And then we'll curl the right toes under, and we're going to take that leg out straight behind us. And again, some stabilization here, making sure that your pelvis is stable. Lift that right leg off the mat. Check in with your left hand. Maybe you'll notice, can you balance a teacup on your sacrum? It won't spill. If you can, stabilize and take your left arm forward next to the ear. And then come back down, touch down with the left hand, right knee. Inhale, we'll take the left knee, left leg straight, and then curl the toes under. And then stabilize the pelvis. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And if you have this available, you can take the arm out as well, lifting, reaching through the right arm next to the ear. And balance, come back down. This time we'll take a little destabilizing, curl the toes under, right leg, straighten the right leg. Inhale, lift the leg. And then the arm, left arm lifts. Stabilize your breath. And now reach forward ahead of you and shake the hand of someone, one of your favorite people. You'll notice you'll go off your center, and that's good. So now you can come back to center, to your strong core. Come down, right knee comes down left, and when we lift, curl the left toes under, lift the left leg, reach out with the right arm, reach out in front of you, shake that hand again, come back to your strong center, and then come place that knee down and the hand. Beautiful. Now we're going to transition to wide-legged seated forward fold. So definitely, you might want to give yourself a little more level on your blanket, like a little higher than you would. So we're doing a wide-legged seated pose. Come to sit on the edge of that blanket. You want to really check in with this pose that you have that nice curve in the lower back. We don't want any hunching forward with the lower back, because that's just counterproductive. So we're going to take the legs out wide. And when I say wide, don't force it. If it's whatever is your limit for comfort that allows your back to stay, your lower back to stay in that curved position. So you're bringing your legs out to the side, flex the feet, reach toes towards the sky. So we're stretching our adductors here, And so take the fingertips beside you. If you want to put anything under your knees, absolutely fine to do that, like a pillow. Take your fingertips beside you like we were in the other seated position. And then you're going to lean forward at the hips. So you're hinging at the hips. The top of the thighs remain stable. Maybe you just want to hinge forward just a little bit. Lean forward and then come back up to vertical. Inhale, exhale, lean forward again. This time put your fingertips out in front of you. Press them into the earth. And maybe just crawl forward a little bit at a time. Inhale, exhale, release. On the inhale, grow the crown of the head tall. So it's like the masthead on a ship. Tall, leaning forward. On the exhale, get a sense of going maybe a teeny bit further down, but don't push it. If you're very flexible, you can come down to your forearms, but always pull back with those hands. So you're pulling back. I know these kinds of stretches happen throughout different fitness classes and things like this, but the more consciously you do them, the more benefit you're going to have. So let's just do this nice and slow and easy. Reaching the crown of the head. And then use your hands to help you back up to that seated position, nice curve in the lower back. Take your right hand to your lower belly and your left hand on your sacrum. Just check in with that curve. So you can tilt it forward the way it shouldn't be, and then tuck it under the way it shouldn't be, and then tilt it forward. Now you can kind of feel that healthy position. Take the arms to your thighs, take the hands to the thighs, flex the feet, and we're just going to do another side stretch here. So we're going to reach with the right hand, we're going to reach it towards the right foot, and we're bending at the on the left, we're stretching the left side here. So stop at the ankle if that's available for you, and then we'll take that left hand, left palm to the sky, straighten the arm, and then reach it up towards the ceiling. You can gently pull with your right hand on the ankle if that's supporting your pose, but try to keep this soft as we were with some of those, with the side stretches. Again, the anchor here being the left sits bone. If you inhale, you'll feel that expansion again. Exhale, maybe you drop down a little further. And then sweep the left hand towards the left leg. Come on up with the strength of your core. And then we'll slide the left hand towards the left ankle. Or you could just keep it towards the thigh. Reach the right hand towards the sky as you lean over towards the left. And then maybe reach that right arm near your ear if it's there. If not, just keep it reaching towards the sky. Inhale, fill the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhale, drop it down. Sweep the right hand towards the left leg. Inhale and come on up. Now take the hands under the knees and then allow your feet to come towards each other and just shake those legs out. And then we'll come down to the mat for some bridging and a little challenge with our bridge. So come down, rest the head on a blanket, coming down to a bridge pose. Soles of the feet on the floor, hip width apart. Knees are hip width apart. We want to always align the knees with the feet. The sacrum is on the mat, but you feel that your lumbar curve is still there. So it's not making contact with the floor. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, and then the hands, the arms are beside you. So when you bridge, you want to press through the entire length of your arms and your shoulders And that will be your stability point. Be able to bridge and stop. Inhale, curl the tailbone up towards the sky, lift the hips towards the sky. Don't strain the neck, just look upward, feeling the chest reaching towards the chin. And now notice if your bikini bones are even. So I want you to encourage you to keep those bikini bones even as you lift your right foot about an inch off the floor and then step down. Regain stability, lift the left leg off the floor. Left foot about 2 inches off the floor. Place it down. Right foot again. So you're gonna need to press through that left leg as you lift the right side and vice versa. Press through the right foot, left leg lifts. So the pelvis will want to tilt belly dance style, but try not to do that. Try to keep it stable as you lift each leg. Of course, don't forget to breathe. Okay, so a neutral bridge here, and then we'll snake ourselves back down to the earth, sacrum placed, imprinted on the mat. Great. And now we'll bridge up again, this time from our neutral bridge here, pressing along the length of the arms. We'll lift the right leg, if this is possible, into a straightened position. So it's matching, it's next to the left leg, but it's long reaching out, and then place that right foot down. Inhale, stabilize, and press through. Exhale, press through the left heel, straighten the left leg. And then place that down. And then roll back down to earth, snaking the spine down. Great job. So now you're going to inhale your right knee to your chest. And then you're going to take the right ankle over the left thigh. And we're doing our figure 4, but we're going to throw a bit of a little challenge in at the end here. Inhale, reach your hands towards your left thigh, the back of the thigh, and see if you can bring that towards you in a figure 4. Keep the feet completely active here. Press your left thigh into your hands. Maybe that opens things a little more. Inhale into that right hip. Be kind to our hips. They need opening, they need softening. Release the left leg, bring the left foot down to the earth. Press the left foot into the earth. Keep the figure 4 with your right leg. And see if you can when you take your arms all the way down to the mat like we do with the bridge, see if you can challenge yourself here and bridge up to a bridge with a stable pelvis with your right leg in figure 4. And then snake that spine back down, just like in bridge, but we're doing it bridge figure 4. Okay, now you want to unwind that right leg. Inhale the left knee towards you. Give it a hug. Take the left ankle to the right thigh. Spend a moment here. Inhale into the left hip. Exhale. Inhale, use your hands to grab the back of your right thigh, and that leg will come up into a tabletop, and you'll press through your feet against an imaginary surface, keeping them active. Feel the opening in the left hip. Press your right thigh into your hands, feeling the hip socket plug in. Inhale again, exhale, take the right foot down. If this is available, you can press through the right foot and bridge up,
staying in that figure 4, and this is going to probably look different from the other side. Press through the right foot, keep the pelvis stable, and the arms should be, the length of the arm should be on the mat, pressing, helping you up into this position. Snake your spine back down. Unwind that figure 4 and lay out the length of the mat, and then reach your arms above your head. Inhale, long. Exhale, release to the earth. Just noticing the difference in your body right now. Just do a check-in, closing the eyes. Noticing any shift in how your body feels or any lingering tension. Then open the eyes, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. And then if you have a strap nearby, we'll give the little bit of attention to the hamstrings, or a strap or a belt or anything like that. Let's take the right knee to the chest and then take the belt around the sole of that foot, and then straighten the leg towards the ceiling. We have a few minutes to spend on hamstrings. So I'll just do 5 repetitions of the hamstring stretch here. Take the strap in both hands. Inhale, bend the knee towards you. Exhale, press the heel towards the ceiling. And then repeat. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. And bend and straighten about 5 times so that we can get a nice wake up of the hamstrings, which really helps the lower back. And now turn your toes slightly towards your left shoulder, making sure that your knee tracks with your toes. Bend the knee and then straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten towards the sky. Now, when you do this, maybe each time your toes will want to creep towards the face or shoulder a little bit more, but don't force it. Come back to neutral with the toes. And now we'll turn the toes out toward the right shoulder. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten. Personally, this is my spot where I feel the most sensation, and it might be different for you. But be sure to breathe through this. These are our 3 hamstrings, greeting us as we stretch them. And then bend the knee towards you, release the strap, bring that leg long, and just kind of notice the sensations. Bring the right foot back to the sole of the foot on the floor. Inhale the left knee towards you. Take the strap around the ball of the foot, and then straighten that leg up towards the ceiling, holding both sides of the strap. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Repeat this 5 times. We do this together, especially these challenging ones. Let's take the toes and face them towards the right shoulder, and then gently stretch that angle. We do this together. It's easier to do this with other people. These are not stretches that are particularly fun. Take the toes and then point them towards the left shoulder. So we're doing an outward direction. Bend and straighten about 5 times here as well. Gently guiding our hamstrings and all those connective tissues in the back of our legs to just let go a little bit and release, right? Come back to neutral, bend the knee, and then release your legs. Take the strap, put it to the side, and then stretch out long. And then you'll notice perhaps a different sensation in your legs. That's what happens when the hamstrings get some attention. So now I'd like you to progressively relax towards our Shavasana. So lay back towards Shavasana. If you want to put a blanket over you, that's fine. But I'll guide you through this relaxation, which I hope will carry you through your day or evening. Inhale, close the eyes. Exhale, sigh it out. Allow the breath to feed the entire body. The inhale, and then the exhale. Perhaps it's audible in your ears, bringing a sense of calm. Shimmy the shoulders underneath you. And now take the right leg and lift the right leg slightly if that's available for you. Inhale and then exhale, release it to the floor. Put your mind into your left leg and then inhale, lift that left leg off the floor slightly. And then exhale, drop it to the floor gently. And now your right arm, bring your mind into your right arm. Squeeze the fist of the right hand and then lift the arm. Inhale, exhale, drop everything to the mat. Left arm, squeeze the hand into a fist, lift the arm up off the floor. Exhale, release the left arm and the left hand. Now squeeze your face and all the muscles in the face, whatever areas you can think. Inhale, exhale, release the face. And now we'll do a progressive relaxation, a lucid sleep, beginning at the toes. Release and relax the toes. The feet, release and relax the feet. The shins and the calves, release. The thighs, the front and the back, release. Allow gravity to absorb the tension. The earth absorbs any tension. The pelvis releases. The lower back relaxes. The organs relax. The breathing muscles, the lungs, the chest, the heart releases, relaxes. The collarbones and the shoulders, the arms and fingers and hands release. The neck and the back, upper back release. The head, the scalp, eyes, ears, tongue, mouth releases. Inhale, nice deep inhale. Exhale. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bend each knee, right leg, then left leg. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Roll over gently onto your right side. Inhale and exhale. Use your hands.
to help you back up to a seated position. Bring the hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. If you have questions about any poses or suggestions, please email me. It will be great to hear from you. It's so cool to connect across the world. I love it.